Good afternoon, my dear student. Today we shall continue with the chapter of migration. Now, in my last class, I already discussed that about what are their definition of brain drain and what are the push and pull factor that affect the brain drain. Now, today I am going to discuss about the brain drain and their disadvantage and disadvantages of brain drain. Now, at first, we know that the brain drain means that when in which migration process, large amount of skilled workers like the good doctors, engineers, scientists, teachers, when they migrate from the parent country to host country, this migration process is known as the brain drain. Again, I repeat that what is brain drain? In which migration process that those are the peoples, those are the very skilled workers like the doctors, engineers, scientists. They are when they migrate from the parent country to host country. This migration process is known as the brain drain. Now, this brain drain, how it affected the parent country, it get what are the advantages and disadvantages are get by the parent country. Now we're going to discuss. Now, first of all, we have to discuss the disadvantages. Then we have to discuss the advantages. So first is the knowledge of the skilled workers. Now what happened if those are the skilled workers, they are went into the other country. That time their knowledge we cannot utilize for the development of our country work. Their knowledge, suppose a good doctor, so their knowledge we cannot utilize in the health sector. Those are the good scientists we cannot use in the educational sector, or the teachers in the educational sector. So by this way, their knowledge we cannot able to use. So that is the first disadvantages. That when the skilled workers are they migrate into the host country, that time we cannot able to utilize their knowledge, their brain. So this is a big fault for ourselves. Now the second is without the highly skilled workers, those are the important sector like the health sector, educational sector. These all are the sectors being greatly affected by youth. And the new innovative ideas we not get easily. And the last is that those are the income, those are the skilled workers while they have to migrate into the host country. That time they staying on that country. So they did not pay any type of tax to our parent country. So that time the earning amount or the taxes or revenue amount for the parent country it being decreased. So what are the three disadvantages? The first one is when the skilled workers they are migrate, that time we cannot utilize their brain, their capacity we cannot able to utilize. For the reason it's a big fault for ourselves. We cannot utilize for the development of our country. Now the second is those are the important sector like the educational sector, health sector. These sectors are mostly affected due to the lack of skilled workers. And the third is when the skilled migrants or the skilled workers they start to live permanently in the foreign country. That time they does not provide us, they do not give any type of tax to our own country or the parent country. For the reason the income or the revenue for the parent country will decrease. So these three are the disadvantages of the brain drain. Now we are going to discuss about the advantages of brain drain. What are the advantages of the brain drain? If the peoples went from our country, then which type of advantage that we get? The first is that quite a few migrants they can send. There's many migrants, only the family members on the date or those are main person he went to the foreign country, but those are the other family members they are living in the parent country. Now while he earning the huge amount of money in the foreign country or the host country, that time he sent the few amount of money for his family purpose. So this money is called the remittance. What it called? Remittance. And this money it's the extra money for our country and it help to boost the economic condition for our country. Again I repeat that those are the those who went from a parent country to host country but their family is still living in the parent country. That time they earn the huge amount of money in the host country and they send the few amount of money for their family purpose or surviving for their family to the parent country. So this money it brings extra money for our country and it called remittance, and that is very helpful for our country to make the boost the economic condition for our country. This is the first one. The second one is while the skilled migrants or the skilled workers, they have to return back after some years when they return back to their own country, like the parent country. That time their skill, although they learn the different things, they learned how to use the modern machineries, how to applicable, those are the advancement process. So these all are the things they can able to use in our parent country agriculture field or the other sectors. So that profit we can gain very easily. And the last one is that when the migrants they are returned back to our country, they earn the lot, huge amount of money. So during this time, they have to invest this money for the development for our country. Suppose they're making the school or they're making the industries or they're making the factories. By this way, the peoples also get job and their money they also invest to the development of our country. So these are the three advantages of the brain drain. So you have to understand it. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages? So what are the advantages? The first one is when the people, the rich people are went or migrating to the other country, they send the money to their family, those who are living in the parent country. This money is called the remittance, and this money help for the making the boost of the economic condition of our parent country. The second is that those people they went into the host country, but after some years they have to return back into their parent country. And during this time they have to use their brain or those are the things they learn in the host country, the new advanced system, how to use, how to operate the modern machineries. These all the things they can utilize in our country also. And the third is when the peoples migrate return back from the host country to parent country, they earn the huge amount of money and they invest this money for the different purpose, for the making industries, factories, or the others purpose, other business purpose also. So you get development for our parent country. So these are the advantages of the brain drain. Now we are going to discuss the last one is about the reverse brain drain. What is the meaning of the reverse brain drain? That in which migration process that the migrant peoples are returned back. Migrant peoples are returned back from the host country, to the parent country. This process from the host country to parent country, when they return back, this process, this migration process is known as the reverse brain drain. In which migration process? Those are the skilled workers when they return back from the host country to parent country. This type migration process is known as the reverse brain drain. Can I repeat? What is the reverse brain drain? In which migration process that those are the migrant skilled workers. They migrate from the host country to parent country. This type migration process is known as the reverse brain drain. Okay, so I hope you have to understand all the things and read your book properly. Now for today, up to here, next day we will discuss.